suffers from the same kind of situation. Do you think that there's a risk for local politicians, and by local I'm saying county level politicians, if at all numbers are ballooned for the presidential election?
Well, I don't think numbers were ballooned for the presidential elections. They actually affect across board from the MC all the way to the president. What I would want to allege, first of all, is that we will need to do a fresh census so that we get the right figures. It will be incorrect for us to say that pastoralists are actually not counted when they are doing census, because we do mobilize our populations to be counted. What I need us to reflect is we can go back to the elections of 2017, where Raila had lost to Kibaki based on a vote coming from Tharaka Nithi, where Tharaka Nithi, the voters voted, the people that voted were more than the population that are in Tharaka Nithi. I'm actually looking at the numbers of Tharaka Nithi today. They are only 416,000 only. But then the ingenuity, or what was happening then, was that we saw voters, the people that voted were more than the people that were in Tharaka Nithi. And so that basically tells you that elections manipulates numbers. And the reason why we are very worried about the numbers that we are seeing today. What I'll actually tell Gakuya, and also the question that you asked, I'm looking at Garissa, for example, in this data, and Nyeri. Garissa is 927,000 people as per now. Nyeri is around 835,000. Those are two counties. One is from the northeastern, one is from the central Kenya. Let's assume they are all a million. Let's assume they are all a million because they are close numbers to each other. At 7.7%, Garissa will be adding a population of around 70,000 people per year. For 5 years, they will be having around 350,000 additional. On the other side, Nyeri will be adding a 3.1% population increase. That will be around 50,000 per year. So that gives to 150. So in 5 years, Garissa, one county, will have 200,000 more voters than Nyeri, for example. And so it is possible that with the high fertility rate of the people that are coming from those countries, those counties.
But you do agree that these numbers should reflect all the way from the MCA level?
They are going to reflect, of course, they're going to reflect from the MCA level all the way to the president. If it does reflect to the president alone, then we will read a lot of sinister. But if it does reflect to every elected position, then we will say it's okay. The other thing to ask, to respond to Matambo, he actually said that that probably us Christians, I think it will be wrong for us to falsify Christians that they are hiding. They are very strict Christians. There are very few people that probably are doing that. And again, when we look at the population increase, we're not looking at a father, how many children a father is giving birth to. We're looking at the entire population. What is the increase? So whether you have 10 or 20 that you've eaten out there, when we look at the absolute number of that region, we will count your 10 hidden children among the 3.1%.
Even the hidden children are counted.
So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether I have 4 wives like the Muslims, or I have 1 wife and then I have many children hiding. Right. The entire population tells me as to whether that region is increasing exponentially or is increasing. So for me, I will say that it is a fact that the pastoralist communities, mine included, are exponentially increasing in numbers because we are not afraid of the economy. You guys are now wanting very good life. You guys want to drive very good cars with 1 kid, darling, sweetheart. We do not want that. We want our population to increase, and I think it is working on our advantage. 2045, I'm looking at 2045.
Your numbers will
we will make the decision in this country.
All the best, Bernard Lotee.
What matters?
Final word on this, yes.
What matters, because he says it doesn't matter. What matters is the narrative that it is only this particular who are giving birth. And once that narrative